huge half-carved limestone blocks remain unfinished on the cliff face. These blocks range in weight from 2 to 50 tons each. Workers carve the blocks and load them onto wooden rafts to float them downriver to Persepolis. On the building site, they chisel the blocks into shape and smooth them down with rasps and files. Then they polish the blocks with the skin of sharks or the fibers of palm trees to achieve a marble-like sheen. Finally, the workers use cranes to lift the blocks into place on the palace terraces. The city's stone quarries reveal some of the rarest and most advanced engineering techniques in the ancient world. But the ancient builders of Persepolis face a problem. Persia sits on a major fault line between the African, Arabian, and Eurasian plates. This makes it prone to earthquakes. How do the engineers ensure the huge stone buildings of Persepolis don't collapse when hit by a seismic shockwave? A clue can be found 25 miles from Persepolis at the tomb of the city's founder, Cyrus the Great. Built at the same time as Persepolis, Cyrus's tomb stands on a pyramidal base made up of huge limestone blocks. Incredibly, experts believe it is the earliest evidence of an earthquake-resistant structure. If a building is rigid and firmly set in the ground, it absorbs the shockwave energy from earthquakes, causing it to collapse. Cyrus builds his tomb over a bed of small flat stones and a base of 3 smooth-cut stone layers with no mortar in between, so that in an earthquake, the upper layers can slide over the lower ones, dissipating the shockwave energy and protecting the tomb. At Persepolis, the engineers go further to ensure its buildings are structurally sound.
What's incredible here is that each stone block is unique. There is no standardization of size.
The blocks are stacked together like a giant jigsaw puzzle and positioned so precisely a sheet of paper can barely fit between the cracks.
If you look at the corner of this stone here, has 6 sides that interlock by adjacent stone. This makes the whole structure much more stable.
Over hundreds of years, several huge earthquakes hit Persepolis. Just one of these is enough to flatten a city. But the palace complex remains unscathed during its prime.